Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Two-time Tony Award winner Mark Rylance is back on Broadway in two Shakespeare productions running in repertory, Twelfth Night and Richard III. And I'm here on the red carpet before the opening night curtain went up on Twelfth Night. Here we are. It's opening night of the second show. How do you feel tonight?
It's really amazing. The whole thing is so much fun.
Tell me what this has been like. I mean, you've done Broadway shows, but this is something really special, isn't it?
It's a completely different experience from any show I've ever done before. It's really an authentic process. Everything is really Shakespearean, and it's just a lot of fun, and I'm learning so much.
So, did you know Shakespeare very well before starting this?
I didn't know Shakespeare that well at all, and doing the show has really broadened my insight for Shakespeare. Yeah.
So talk about, you're in Richard III.
Yeah.
Talk about the role that you play and what you love about him.
I play Prince Edward, and basically he's a little bit snooty because he's the prince, and everyone does what he wants, but he also likes to have fun, and his big idol is Julius Caesar.
Now, I know you've done mostly musicals. Is it different doing a play, working with the director, than it is with a musical?
Doing a musical with a, sort of a musical director, it's a different style director than a play director. Musical, it's almost like more freedom. And especially with Shakespeare, it is very by the book. And and it does make it challenging because then you have to bring your own aspect to it.
So tell me what it's been like working with Tim Carroll, your director, and then of course, Mark Rylance.
Tim Carroll is great. He's a lot of fun, and he's really nice, and a great director. And Mark Rylance is just an amazing actor, and he's also really down to earth and really, really nice.
So you didn't do double duty today, but have you seen one of these already? Tell me.
Yeah, I saw Richard on Friday night. My friend invited me. She had tickets for the box seats on stage. And it was amazing. It's an experience I've never had because the only time you're that close to actors is when you're acting with them. And you're in it, you just don't know. When you're an audience member and you're as close to the actors as we are, it was fascinating to watch the truth and the depth. It was really, really amazing. And I was kind of worried the seats are a bit uncomfortable, and I thought, oh God, this is not going to be easy. It flew by. I completely forgot where I was. It's really remarkable. And Samuel Barnett they're all brilliant. Of course, you expect your man to be amazing. And Samuel just stands up. It's absolutely a fantastic performance. I'm really excited to see him as Viola tonight.
And Mark Rylance.
Well, I don't even have to say anything, do I? Mark Rylance makes this job look so easy. A little bit of me hates him for it. He's just so brilliant. He's brilliant.
So you're looking forward to Twelfth Night tonight?
I can't wait. Yeah, I'm really lucky to be here this evening. It's thrilled. Actually, when I turned up, I didn't even know this was opening night. This is a total surprise. So this is great.
I saw both of these productions. I absolutely adored them. I saw your husband in the back. This is glorious. Have you been at all yet? Have you gone?
Yes, I've seen Twelfth Night twice already, and Richard III once, and then once again this afternoon for the opening. And it's amazing. This is one of those theatrical events we'll all talk about forever. Like I saw Nicholas Nickleby. And it's one of those things that you just, or when the RSC did Much Ado About Nothing. It's like that one of those amazing events, and you're just so thrilled to be in the room.
To me, I really felt like I was at the Globe years and years and years ago. I mean, the whole pre-show, everything about this.
Well, what's amazing is that, simplicity is deceptively hard. And the simplicity of this production is that it takes it down to the text and the actors. And they bring the play to life, including in Richard III, all of those battles and all of that political intrigue. And it's all so visceral and real. And then in Twelfth Night, to have that amazing comedy and to feel like the language has that much comedy in it, 500 years after it was written, that we still can relate to it in such a very direct and real way.
You did such a beautiful job tackling Shakespeare with Two Gentlemen of Verona in the park. Would you like to tackle a play of his?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, well, you know, Shakespeare. It's no surprise that so many Shakespeare plays have been turned into musicals. From, you know, Kiss Me Kate to The Boys from Syracuse to, you know, to Two Gentlemen of Verona to West Side Story. And let's face it, Lion King is Hamlet. You know, so because his plays are so musical, and the emotion and the connection to the characters is so amazing, and you know, and to see it done, and especially with the dances at the end, the fact that both plays end with this sort of amazing company event, you know, either celebration or just, you know, in the case of Richard III, it has a sort of anger and directness and sort of forthrightness to it, like England will go on. It's sort of amazing.
So you've all seen Richard III. You saw it over the week. You saw it today.
Yeah.
So tell me what you thought.
Are you kidding?
Thrilling,
I've seen
sensational.
everything he's done in the last 5 years, and he is without question one of the greatest actors in our time.
Yeah.
Not that the others aren't.
Yeah.
And he was just as fabulous there as he was in Jerusalem, as he was in La Bête.
La Bête, yeah.
I'd like to see them all over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait till you see what he does tonight. But just talk about the productions themselves. It's so simplistic, but it takes you back to the Globe and how it's all done.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
beautiful.
it's brilliant. The
Yeah.
costumes.
That's just me.
We were all there together, weren't we?
Well, I was backstage.
I hated when it rained, didn't you?
Rain wasn't bad. It's when they threw things.
Yeah, the bear baiting, that was so, well, they loved it, and, you know.
Get my tickets.
Yes, you
Is that-
But tell me what you thought of the production. I mean, just the whole look of the
Yes,
show.
you're right
color,
about the
the
simplicity.
costumes,
yeah,
the makeup.
But you're right about the simplicity of it.
Beautiful.
But you
And
could,
the dance at the
and
end.
you could hear the
Irene
play.
has the tickets.
Okay.
I'm looking for the,
Irene has your tickets,
Yeah.
but you loved everything. Go enjoy. Go enjoy. Have the best time. Thanks so much.
Yes.
So you just had a matinee today, right?
Yes, it's been a long week. 8 shows a week.
So how exciting is it you can do a fabulous show like Romeo and Juliet, change your clothes, come down here and go to an opening night of another Shakespeare show?
I'm just so glad that I'm in the audience.
I can imagine.
Yeah, the first time. You don't get to see theater when you're doing a show, so this is really exciting. And also a show with your family in it.
So let's talk about this. I mean, what have you heard already about this?
Well, I was lucky enough to see it, an earlier iteration in England, and it is incredible. You know, the way that they're doing this show is unique. You'll never see something like it again. No.
And Mark Rylance, talk about the brilliance of this man.
Yeah, well, I think everyone knows how brilliant he is, and I don't want to give him too much credit, but he's amazing. He's amazing, and he inhabits these roles, and you're like, I can't believe he can do that, and then he does that, and then he does that, and it's like an athlete, watching a super athlete, you know, in a playing field, you know.
But I just love between your show, I mean, you're bringing youth to the audience, you know, to Broadway audiences, so is this. What that means to a new audience with Shakespeare.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of Shakespeare that's being done right now is incredible, and the people have never seen Shakespeare before, and they're coming here. It's like, it's a whole education for the masses. I love it.
Tell me how life is over at I call it the 46th Street Theater. I know it's the Richard Rodgers, how everything is going over there with Romeo and Juliet.
Everything is doing well, and the audiences are loving it, and we're going to be there for a little bit. And so there's a little Shakespeare competition going on now. It's great.
Here we are. You look gorgeous again today.
So excited about seeing this. This is the most amazing company.
You know what's amazing about this is, I mean, he has taken this back to the simplistic look that the Globe did years ago, because you must have seen a lot of Shakespeare when you were in London.
Well, when you, I don't want to brag, but Billy, as I call him, Shakespeare, wrote Romeo and Juliet originally for me, and Twelfth Night, I had a small part. That's how I met all my fairy friends.
Let's talk about Mark Rylance, the brilliance of this man. You've obviously seen him do many shows.
This is the way Shakespeare should be done. It is so brilliant that you don't even know you're watching Shakespeare. And that's all due to him.
So you've seen a lot this week in town, haven't you? You've seen a lot of shows.
I am a theater person, and I go from theater to theater. I saw Betrayal today. Okay, I think they're much better than the play, and I've seen just about everything on Broadway now this year. It's a great year for Broadway.
There's nothing like an opening, is there, Joan?
There was nothing like the excitement of an opening, nothing like the electricity. It's what New York is all about.
Here we are, so I love this.
Oh
you
my
get to
gosh.
do a matinee today, change your clothes, and come
Change
to
my
another
clothes.
opening.
Yeah, like redo my eyeliner and then come back out again. Oh, it's you know, Mark Rylance in anything. I'm so thrilled to be here. here. I've been looking forward to this all season.
You were going to
Can't
have the
wait.
time of your life. I saw this last night. I've seen them both already.
I can't wait. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see it again after this. Yes, I can.
Now, let's talk about life at the Samuel Friedman. What's going on over there with the snow geese?
Oh, we're having such a great time. The audiences have been fantastic. Mary Louise Parker, Danny Burstein, our young kids, Brian Cross, Evan Jonikai, Jessica Love. Everybody's amazing. We're having a really, really good time.
And what it means
People come out to see it.
What it means to be doing a play, because we all know you from the musical world. You're brilliant at that. But what's it like doing a play?
Oh, I think it's so fun to be able to dig. I always do a lot of work no matter what, but it's so fun to be able to dig down and spend so much time and to be part of the great tradition of Broadway, legitimate theater plays. It's something I've always wanted to do. My first time on Broadway doing a play, so I couldn't be happier.
Another opening night. You're obviously here for Mark Rylance. Yeah. Tell me what you heard about the show so far.
I've heard the writing's very good.
We're waiting for him to come down the red carpet.
No, I am here for Mark. I'm also here for Claire, his wife, who did the music, because she's so gifted and a genius. And also, I love Stephen Fry, so the chance to see all of them and the rest of the company too. I just can't wait.
The productions are absolutely stunning because they've taken it back to the way it was originally performed. Right. Have you heard about all of that?
Yes, I know about that. I've seen stuff at the Globe, so I know that great tradition that Mark reinstated. And what I love is that they've been able to export it and bring it to Broadway more or less intact and give people a sense of that great experience that any of us who got to see it at the Globe have had.
Tell me what it's been like working with Mark Rylance on stage.
Mark is a real inspiration. He's definitely a genius, but also his passion, not just for playing a role, his passion for building a company and leading a company. When we did La Bête together, it was such a joy for everyone, and the fire came from Mark. And that's one thing I'm also looking forward to, because I know how he brings everyone up to their best.
Now let's talk about your musical that's being done now at the Vineyard. Terrific job in that. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, we're just finishing up the last 2 weeks of The Landing, which is this musical by John Kander and Greg Pierce, and Greg is my nephew, my brother's son. And it's a wonderful, quirky piece that they created, 3 short stories that they invented and musicalized, and it was a chance for Kander to explore different kinds of musical forms, very different from the stuff we know him for. And Julia Murney and Paul Anthony Stewart and this great kid, Frankie, who is like 14-year-old Wunderkind, and me, and we're just having a great time and really loving it.
How exciting is it to work on a brand new musical? I mean, they're so rare.
I've been very lucky. I mean, I've done only new musicals, and it's so cool. And it's great that it continues and that new stuff keeps happening. And how amazing that Kander at 86 is exploring a completely new form and a new style of musical. That's thrilling.
This is what's fascinating about today. Everyone has finished up their show today, gotten off the trapeze or changed their clothes or whatever.
Did my best.
Yeah, but
put on a silver watch.
I love this. And now you're coming to a Broadway opening. Tell me what tonight means to you first, being here.
Well, first of all, Mark Rylance was at the Music Box, and he left us a pool table, which we covered over yesterday, and I gave a big party for the company, actually for the livers, lovers, and lurkers of the basement. I honored the sound, lights, costumes, security, ushers, front of house, merchandisers, everybody who surrounds Pippin, our dressers, and makes it possible for this company to get on stage. And I invited the acting company to honor these people with me. So Mark Rylance, thank you for the pool table you left the Music Box Theater. Second of all, everybody loves this actor and his ideas, and I saw Twelfth Night at the Old Globe in London, the one that Sam Wanamaker helped build, and I got to play opposite Sam Wanamaker in the miniseries Holocaust, so I know him, I know it's his daughter Zoe. In all events, I'm thrilled to be here. We finished Pippin at 10 of 6, and I am here at 10 past to watch you put on makeup, and then they said, Tova, it's a red carpet, get out there. I said, I'm in my bike clothes, but for Twelfth Night and to support the community, fine. So it was from the trapeze to Twelfth Night, T to T.
Just talk about life at Pippin. You're having the time of your life over there, aren't you?
The best job I've ever had in the theater, just the best. The idea of transforming from an old woman and to a young trapeze artist in memory of what she used to do, and not to have to hold the problems of the Middle East on my shoulders in the process, is a great gift. It's wonderful to be in Pippin and dealing with a comedy and dealing with a profound, actually a rather profound musical written by a baby genius, Stephen Schwartz in 1974, said, what comprises an extraordinary life? Is it hanging sideways from a pole or doing flips through hoops, or is it merely loving somebody else deeply, somebody who's older than you, even with a child? Which is what Pippin chooses. He chooses Catherine and the little boy.
What I love about today is everyone's finishing up their matinees, getting changed, and coming to an opening.
It's
Tell
the
me.
only time we get to see the other amazing stuff on Broadway is when there's an opening on a Sunday or, rarely on a Monday. But it's so exciting to know when you go to work in the morning that you get to share another work in the afternoon.
You're having the time of your life at the booth, aren't you? Working on stage. Tell me.
I mean, it's just the most incredible experience every night to share it with three people that I love so much, Celia and Brian and Sherry, and so many people that are so excited about what we're doing. It just feels so good, and it's great to share in that with other people and support the community. And there's so much great stuff this season. I'm really grateful that I get to see some of it anyway, not all of it.
You've been on a lot of red carpets. I think it's thrilling that you leave that incredible tour de force you give, and you change and come here. What it means to you being a part of this theater season?
Well, it's, for me, it's such an impressive season, so many incredible people coming in and doing such amazing work that it's really exciting, and I just want to share in that and see stuff.
Have the best.